Hello, my friends. All right, this next story for Halloween is one of my all-time favorite stories in general. I remember hearing this when I was a little girl, and I've actually been reading this for 20 years as an adult to all of my students that I've had every year. And this book is called Big Pumpkin. Look at that. There is also an audio tape to this, which I highly suggest Googling it to see if you can get the audio tape because the suspense sounds and all the background noise that go along with this story is so much fun. Once there was a witch who wanted to make pumpkin pie. So she planted a pumpkin seed. She weeded and watered, and after a while, a sprout poked through. And then a pumpkin grew. And it grew, and it grew, and then it grew some more. Soon Halloween was just hours away. The witch thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take her pumpkin off that vine. Look at how huge it is. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard, then she pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the witch. Just then along came a ghost. Big pumpkin, said the ghost. It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I'm bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the ghost. Let me try. Hump, said the witch, but she thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. Do you think the ghost is going to be able to pull it off? The ghost bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard, then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the ghost. Just then along came a vampire. Big pumpkin, said the vampire. It's big and it's mine and it's stuck on the vine. And Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I'm bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the vampire. Let me try. Hump, said the witch. Hump, said the ghost. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard, then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drats, said the vampire. Then along came a mummy. Big pumpkin, said the mummy. It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine. And Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I'm bigger than all of you and stronger too, boasted the mummy. Let me try. Hump, said the witch. Huh, said the ghost. Huh, said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. Do you think the mummy's going to get it off? The mummy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard, then she pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the mummy. Just then along came a bat. Big pumpkin, said the bat. The witch didn't say a word. She just looked at the ghost and rolled her eyes. The ghost looked at the vampire looked at the mummy. They all looked at the little bat, and they started to laugh. I may not be big and I may not be strong, said the bat, but I have an idea. And the bat told them what to do. Huh, said the witch. Huh, said the ghost. Huh, said the vampire. Huh, said the mummy. Well, they're not very kind, are they? But they thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take that pumpkin off the vine. Ready, set, pull, called the bat. The bat pulled the mummy pulled the vampire pulled the ghost pulled the witch pulled the pumpkin. Well, they pulled and they tugged and they pulled. First they pulled hard, then they pulled harder, and do you think it worked? See the bat? Snap! Off came the pumpkin. Drat, said the witch. Whoosh! It flew and it flew. Uh-oh. Thud! It landed on top of a hill, and thump, bump, thump, bump, thump, bump, it bounced all the way down to the witch's house. And when it got to her door, that pumpkin just sat. Hooray for the bat, shouted the witch, and she hurried inside to make pumpkin pie. Said the ghost. Have some more, said the witch. Couldn't eat another bite, said the vampire. Fun party, said the mummy. Time to go, said the bat. Can you see the bat down here? Everybody's eating that yummy pumpkin pie. Drat, said the witch as she watched them all leave. Then she went right out and planted another pumpkin seed. What do you think? Isn't that the coolest book? And like I said, if you go get the audio, tell mom and dad to look this up online. If you get the audio for this, where there's actually somebody reading it with all the background sounds and stuff like that, it is so much fun. Way better than Miss Wiggins could ever read this story. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed one of my favorite all-time stories that I used to read when I was a little girl, or rather yet, it used to be read to me. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.